again. This is part 2 of the drive configuration for this one-year PMC site. I'm Eric again from DRA Global. So let's get into it. So in part 1 we've configured a new drive. So the next step is to get the Simocode. The Simocode detail we'll explain in a later chapter. But for now, we're just going to add a normal standard Simocode to the project and the Profinet connection to that. So if you go to your devices and network and you open up the library on the right hand side, you'll see there's some different standards here. So I'm going to take the AE new and I'm going to drag it into the system and place it here in this network run, and I'm going to give it a name, TP0, and I'm just going to open it quickly. We'll see that by default it's got a 20 to 200 amp CT monitoring, so I'm just going to change that one just for change's sake. So I'm just going to, let me just do that again. I'm going to right click on it, say change device, and then I'm going to go current measurement, and let's make this a 2.4225. You will see it adjust itself automatically. I'm just going to go back to my network view now, and you'll see here that it's currently not assigned. Just going to open this as well, and to assign it you can click on it, and I will see the AS01 field bus. So that is the one that I want to connect it to. So I'm just going to click on that. It's going to ask me if I want to use the next available IP address range in the system. You can, for this sake, we can say yes. But if you want to give it a specific IP address, you can just click on the network box there, go to properties, Ethernet addresses, and you can edit the Ethernet address over here. So then I'm going to require two numbers. So you will see, I'm just going to open the program quickly and go to the Simocode input. You'll see we've got two variables here. We've got the network address and we've got a node address. So to get those two numbers, I'm just going to click here on the network box again and scroll down. You'll see my device number is 31. So 31 is the one number that we need to remember. Second of all, you're going to click on the network, general, and you'll see the number is 100. So if I go back to the Simocode software, you'll see already my network node is on 100 because I've just got one network here, and that I'm going to change to 31. Then the overload setting, this is just as a reference for SCADA purposes. So we have a 2.4 to 20, so just for argument, let's make it 16. Then afterwards, we've got MCC status and data. So this we will need to actually add from our UDT. So I'm just going to go to my UDT. I'm going to go to pump 10. And you'll see I've got MCC status and MCC statuses. I'm just going to drag that and put it in here. And MCC data. This is where all the measurements are going to be pulled through. I'm just going to put those two in. Then, as a last check, I'm just going to go back to the Simocode we configured and make note of the addresses here. So, these two addresses you will see is not equal because it was from the default that I took this and it was actually getting it was taking the first available addresses. So just for convention, I'm actually gonna just keep those two address ranges in the same range, same values, just to make life a little bit easier. So then I'm going to go and just do a hardware compile. So I go to my PLC, compile hardware and software changes. It's going to do my new bus parameters. then I am going to have to do a download to device hardware and changes only. So in this case, you are going to have to stop the PLC to add this Simocode to the network. So this will stop my PLC, so this is typically something you will do during a shutdown or when you're available to actually shut down the entire plant section. And then I can just say load. And I can select, I've got different selections here, but I want to start the PLC again, so I'm going to say start module. I'm going to finish it, and it starts up. And when I go to my block, and I'm just going to put it in monitoring, and I can double click on this block, and I'm going to go live with it and scroll down until I get to this section here, which is the Geo2 log section. And I can see here my input and output addresses is 2116 and 2116. This is correct, this is what I want. If I go back to my Simocode, we can also see that these are my addresses, 2116 and 2116. And that is the basic configuration of a Simocode and how to integrate it into the drive block. The detailed Simocode setup and diagnostics I will handle in a later training video. Thank you for watching. The next session will be regarding the VSTs.